Hey y'all, today on the farm, I'm at the pre-harvest DMOT auction in Iron City, Georgia. We're gonna be looking at some farm equipment, checking out the prices. I predict the prices are gonna be through the floor. They're gonna be in the basement. You can go through life being optimistic or pessimistic about everything that happens and occurs. And the good news is you get to decide whether you're an optimistic person or a pessimistic person. It's all up to you. And so from an optimistic point of view, there's never been a time in the history of the world better than right now to buy used farm machinery. This is the greatest time in the history of the world to buy used farm machinery. So we're gonna step out here, we're gonna look at some used farm machinery, check it out, see what all the prices are, what condition it's in. We're gonna have a good time doing it. And then if you wanna know why this is the greatest time in history of the world to buy used farm machinery, I will discuss that at the end of the video. These New Hollands have a feature I've never seen at any of the auctions. I've never seen on any tractor. They have the exhaust coming forward. I've seen exhaust up, I've seen exhaust down below. We've seen at the Headland auction cut off exhaust about, you know, this high. I've never seen forward facing exhaust. That's totally new. It's on every one of these. I've never seen that. Maybe you've seen that feature before. I've never seen that feature. And it's on every one of these New Hollands. Okay, that's check that out. Bad wire harness. That sounds like a nightmare. Incredibly clean here. Very nice. This one's been well kept. Y'all have heard me comment in the past about New Holland tractors being overcomplicated. This tractor is not. It is not. I like how super simple New Holland made this particular tractor. I can get in here, I can function, I can control everything. A lot of the New Hollands I get in, there's like 300 buttons and levers. It's just like, it looks like there's 5 buttons for every function. They've kept this one super simple. I like how plain it is. I like how easy it is to use. This is a cool tractor from New Holland. This is the latest and greatest from Deere. This is a 7 series. A lot of in the South, you see primarily 8 series. So 8Rs are very popular in the South, but you do see 7s, pretty common. 8's is more common than 7, but this would be kind of a flagship right here for Deere. This would be a very common new style tractor for Deere in the Southeast where we're at. These tractors are very, very pricey, and just my experience and the experience of every farmer I know, fraught with sensor issues. So John Deere's with R in the name, whether it be 8R, 7R, you're gonna have loads and loads of issues with sensors. $500 every time the dealership has to come out there. The sensor will lock the tractor down where it sits at. You gotta pay Deere $500 for them to come out there and hook their laptop to it. They go and tractor's fixed. Or you buy a $120 sensor. You can buy that same sensor online. I've seen them for $9, $12. Same exact packaging, $12. Deere charged $120 for it. These new Deeres, very good tractors, but the sensors, the electronics, the depth and regen, man, they're killing Deere. Deere would have infinitely better results if they could get rid of the regen, the depth, and do something about all these crappy sensors. Don't usually see combines in the South in this new and this good a condition at auction. That is highly unusual to see a combine that pretty, that pristine at auction. Got all the manuals, that's good. Really clean machine. Well, they didn't take nothing out of here. They just freaking left a candy bar in here or cookies in here and went straight on to the sale. Armor all. I like seeing that because that means the farmer actually took pride in his machine. There's paper towels and Armor all in here, so guy probably took a little pride in his machine, kept it clean. That's good news. That means not just been out here letting everything be derelict and just crappy and beat up. If you see a farmer that washes his tractors, farmer keeps his tractors in a barn, when his tractors go for sale, they bring a lot more because they're worth more. They've been kept up and maintained better. I like to see signs that tractors have been highly maintained. This combine will likely be a very good deal for somebody. It don't cost you a dime to keep your tractor clean, maybe a little soap, water, but it don't cost much to keep your equipment clean, keep it put up, but it saves you thousands and thousands of dollars in the life of the machine. Taking care of your vehicles or your equipment, keeping them in top shape, makes them last longer and brings you more money when you sell them. Good gracious, Steve. Good gracious. That is the biggest grain head I've ever seen in person, bar none. That's the biggest one. That's a Draper head. That is far and away the longest, the widest head I've ever seen. Right now, if you're in the ag equipment market and you want the very best machine, money's no option, just the best, period. In my opinion, Fendt is where it's at. Fendt makes the best machine. They are pricey. They cost more than all other brands. But if you want the best and nothing will work for you but the best, Fendt is the best. Oh wow, that right there is a little intimidating. Holy smokes. Y'all know I thrive on simplicity. This is not that simple. I would say this is the opposite of simplicity. But I'm sure these Germans got it figured out. But man, that's a lot of stuff going on right there, y'all. It's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Good gracious alive. Twin screens. I'm sure one's for guidance and the other one is for operating the tractor. The different functions for handling. Oh, let me correct that. Triple screens. So, holy smokes. That's a lot of tech. That's a lot of tech on a tractor, y'all. Something that's going to beat and bang around the fields, through irrigation ruts, and all across the end rows, man. I just don't know about all this tech in these tractors. I know they think they got it figured out, but first-hand experience, when this tech is 15 years old, it's not so good. Not so good. But I do like this. This is a giant cab, very clean, very uncluttered. A little bit too much tech, but overall, man, wow. Wow. Case IH Magnum 250. 4,200 hours. One thing that I see unique to Case is the amount of room behind the seat. Case has, in all the tractors I've sat in, more room behind the operator than any other tractor I get in. Usually this glass is really close, and so you get the heat from outside. That sun's bearing down on you, all that heat is right there. But what they've done, they've moved the back of the cab further away so you actually stay cooler in here. Still a lot of features in here. No unit. You got the unit that runs the tractor operating system, but the GPS unit's gone. Pretty nice tractor all in all. This one looks to be in pretty decent shape. Doesn't look like it's been ramshackled. A lot of times these sales, these tractors have been ramshackled. This one looks to be a pretty good tractor. I don't like diff in tractors. That's a hard sell for me. Diff tractors are not as reliable, period. Doesn't matter what manufacturer. If your tractor has diff and regen, it's not as reliable, and everybody that operates them knows that. Another giant Fendt. This one actually has the spacers on the deals. So I've run spacers a lot on deals, especially on the front deals. We run on the rears too, but one thing that spacers on the front deals does is it wears out the front end. So you have a lot of, when you have spacers on those front wheels, it puts a lot more stress on if you have independent suspension on the front, it's a lot more stress on those upper A arms and lower ball joints, all that stuff, because you have to turn something that's stuck way out there 3 feet past the other wheel. So it does help with traction. It does help you when you're pulling a bottom plow. I think I'm the only guy that still bottom plows in my area, but if you're pulling a moldboard plow, bottom plow, it helps you from getting into furrow. It helps steady you, but when you have those fronts on those spacers, it does wear out the front end of the tractor prematurely. That's just something to consider. Wow, so this one's totally different than the other one. Totally different than the other one. Know how similar. I don't know what that is. That's different. I do like the Fendt. I just don't have enough knowledge of the Fendt to even begin to understand what's going on over here. This is complex mathematics is what that is. A lot of buttons down here. Fendt makes the highest quality tractor, but no one's accusing them of simplifying it. I don't hear that argument anywhere. They are not simple. They are reliable, but they are not simple. I am back out here on the farm now. As promised, I will tell you why the prices are so cheap on farm machinery. If you're not familiar with the prices of farm machinery, the prices at this auction were extremely low, bottom basement, as low as it gets, setting all-time records. I mean, that's incredibly low on the price of that equipment. It's been trending that way for about 2 years now. We're in the third harvest cycle, so the third fall, the third year of negative margins in the Southeast in ag. So I can't speak for what's going on in Iowa or California or somewhere else, but in the Southeast United States, this will be the third year we've operated on a negative margin. Means it costs us more to grow our crops than what we get paid when we sell them. And so farmers are filing bankruptcy at a pretty high clip. A regional bankruptcy lawyer I heard last week. So right now I'm in the first week of August. Last week I heard that he had filed at least one farm bankruptcy a week since January. So from January to August, at minimum one per week. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's not good. I don't know. At the start of this year, my lender told me that 2025 would be the bottom. That would be worse than 24 and 23. I told him I don't know how anybody survive it if it's worse than 23 and 24, but they said it would be the bottom. I talked to multiple lenders. They all said 2025 they predict to be the bottom of the market. I'm not sure who's going to be in business in 2026 if 2025 is worse than those 2 years. Y'all have seen me travel all these auctions. I talked to a lot of farmers at the auctions. I live in a farming area. I am a farmer. I know everybody I know practically is a farmer. And everyone without exception, 100% of them all said 2023 and 2024 were the worst years of their entire farming career, and that they far exceeded the 1980s. I know a lot of people say, oh, the 1980s. A lot of farmers I talked to were farming in the 80s and said they made money every year in the 80s. 100% of them lost money in 23 and 24. 100% of them. 2025, our margins are even further upside down. So this will be the third consecutive year of a loss. Banks can't keep loaning money that doesn't get paid back. So equipment is flooding the market. The people that buy equipment, such as farmers, don't have any money, so the equipment is going super cheap. The good news is, if you're in the cow industry, beef cattle is at an all-time high. They are breaking records every week in beef cattle prices. So within the last month, everybody I talked to in the beef industry, every one of them is buying tractors right now, because tractors are stupid cheap and beef cow people are making incredible profits. So beef cow people, they're all buying stuff up. Row crop guys, going negative. Stay diversified. If you want to make a profit, stay diversified. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Y'all see me, I grow 14 different crops. I do a lot of direct end consumer products off them crops, more than 14. I have multiple end consumer products off of several of those crops. So I market maybe 20 different things in a year. You got to be diversified, y'all. You got to find new ways. I don't know what to tell you about the outlook, when it's going to get better. All I can tell you is you can trust in the Lord, lay your worries down, and it's all going to be okay. He's going to put you where he needs you, when he needs you there. I thank all y'all for watching. Hope to see you next time.